In this broadcast, we will discuss Auto Scaling Groups, a free AWS service that controls groups of instances using various features and can also be used to reduce overall spending by shutting down unused resources. Let's look at how it works. AWS Auto Scaling Groups contain a collection of EC2 instances. Instances are defined by launch configurations. Launch configurations comprises templates with defined Amazon machine images, instance types, security groups, block-wise mappings, and key pairs. Auto Scaling Groups control your launch configurations in different ways, depending on your needs. The basic configurations allows you to choose the desired minimum and maximum number of instances, the load balancer, which to be placed in front of them, and which subnet and availability zone to run them in. Auto Scaling Groups can be used to control backend resources behind Elastic Load Balancer. When the instance crashes, they provide self-replication by immediately provisioning a new resource to maintain the desired capacity. They simplify deployments with blue-green deployment model. However, what we are really interested in here is how we can use them to reduce our EC2 spendings. The unnecessary spending on EC2 instances is usually caused by unused or underused compute resources that increase your monthly bill. This is the problem where you provision more than you need to handle the expected and unexpected traffic. Auto Scaling Group solves this issue by handling the scalability requirements for you. Let's say you need compute resources that are serviced by one M4 large instance. However, looking at one of CloudWatch metric, actual CPU usage, you notice that usage is varies between 20 and 80% during the day. So, how can Auto Scaling Group help? One of the features it provides is scaling policy, which allows you to scale resources based on demand. So, instead of using one M4 large instance, you simply create Auto Scaling Group that has 4 M4 large instances and create a policy that will reduce the number of running instances by 2 when CPU usage is below 50%. When CPU usage goes below 25%, it will reduce the number of running instances to only 1. By using this simple policy, which can be perfected with more fine-tuning, you will ensure that when the demand for compute capacity is low, you will have fewer resources provisioned and reduced spendings. Moreover, adding a policy to scale out when demand is higher will create a fully automated environment that can scale dynamically without your intervention. If you have predictable workloads, such as peak usage between 1 and 6 p.m. during the weekdays, you can also use scheduled actions to set recurring scale out during the desired time period. This feature is good for scaling down when you know you won't need compute resources, and also as preemptive scaling up during the events such as Black Friday. When you first start creating scaling policies, start small and monitor your scaling activities using activity history to make sure your policies don't cause instability in your environment. Scale up quickly to meet the demand and scale down slowly to make sure you don't remove resources too soon. Always scale up and down symmetrically. This will prevent inconsistent scaling and allow you to have the exact amount of resources that you have planned for. Since January 2018, AWS allows you to autoscale DynamoDB, ECS, Spot Fleets, and Aurora in addition to existing feature to scale in and out EC2 instances. These expansions, which supports the management of multiple services, containers, Spot instances, and databases, allows developers to configure autoscaling in single unified interface. Autoscaling Groups are one of most utilized services offered by AWS. The ability to self-heal production environments and to dynamically control them using scaling policies at no additional cost. Autoscaling Groups can also be used together with reserved and Spot instances to maximize the savings you can make on EC2 resources. You simply need to find the best way to incorporate them into your infrastructure. Thank you for listening.